Well, I thought you might ask me this, so I thought about it tonight. I think what it means to me most is that I've been here a long time. I think I've been here, and it's a good school, it's a great staff, I've had great kids, and I think the biggest thing about the 400 is the fact that I've been able to do this job for so long and be here. You know, not necessarily the 400 wins itself, but the time that represents is something special to me being at this job. I think the people. You know, I think the athletes that we've had over the last 30 years, you know, counting that assistantship, are great people. We had an alumni game last week, and we had guys coming back from my first year here, and I think that's the relationship that I really like. They're special, and they're not, you know, Tufts is a great school, and they get great kids, but they're not all angels. You know, we had some guys that had a little bit of trouble, but had maybe an edge to them, but I think that adds to it too. We're not, you know, cookie cutter people, and it was nice to have some different kids, and just the variety and diversity that we've had over the years. It's been great. I do. Plus, you sent it to me so that I could go look it up, which helped. But Middlebury I do, because I think we lost the first 3 or 4 games. As a matter of fact, not to get off the question, but the first game I ever coached here, we played Colby, and our bookkeeper put the numbers in wrong. So we started it off with 5 technicals. We were losing 5-0. So in the first game, as a head coach, we were never even tied. We lost by 30, and we never got closer than they tipped it up when we were down 5-0. And then I had 6 seniors. We had a senior laden team, and we finally got the win against Middlebury, so it was great. Yeah, I think there was one we had, I think it was the early 90s, we played Williams. They were ranked in the nation, and we were kind of pretty good too. Chris McMahon was our go-to player, and they actually had, on Friday night, they used to have a pub here on campus, and they had a pep rally, and I was nervous because I didn't think anybody'd show. But we got down there with our team, and the place was packed, and they had a stage, and when they introduced me, I did a cartwheel. Pretty spectacular, actually, and then I actually promised to win. And the next day, you couldn't get another person in here. The gym was packed, and we won by 7 or 8, so that was nice. And then I think, you know, there's been a lot of wins that I like, but our run we had in the NCAAs back in the 205, I think it was 04, 05 year, just to get to the Sweet 16. You know, it's a great team, and there were some great wins along that stretch too. But it's mostly the people. Yeah, I guess my biggest mentor is my dad. My dad was an athletic director and a college coach. I'm Bob Sheldon Jr. He had a flat top his whole life. I have a flat top. He was a basketball coach. I'm a basketball coach. But he really, you know, in not being too cheesy, but he was my hero. I grew up around athletes, and I saw the way they came and his interaction with him, you know, and I was always at practice. I was at the gym. And it was just something that I wanted. So right from the beginning, I knew I wanted to be a coach. And you know, my high school coach was important too. He was there for 30 years. It was the same thing. So I saw these relationships I had with kids, and I thought, this is something I want to do with my life. You know. And then I kind of say Rocky was a big influence for me when I got here. I mean, he had the foresight and the intelligence to hire me, but he was always helping me along as I was a young coach that didn't. You know, I knew my X's and O's, but I didn't know the other stuff, and I think he really helped me in that too. So those would be the 3 guys. Yeah, I have a great relationship. I call him after every game, and after every game he asks me, "Did you play zone?" You know, zone is his thing, and he always wants me to play zone. But you know, he's always supportive. We talk about stuff we do and who we're playing, what's coming up, and you know, he watches online at home, and he's very involved. So he helps me. Yeah, I think our main reason is we have great leadership from our 3 captains. You know, Ryan Spatterford, Steve Haldenia, and Tom Pileski have done a great job. And it started, you know, with the captains' practices. In the fall, I was told we're very good and very competitive because I would never be there. But they just started to put an attitude that, you know, we're all in. We're all in, and everybody showed up for everything and the runs. And then once we got to the season, the same thing. We're all in. We're just, you know. And I think one of the things too is we changed a little bit from last year where we started running, and it fits our pattern. You know, our team motto is "We out." You know, when we get the ball, we're out. We want to go, and you know, we play 4 guards and a big guy, and it fits allows us to play 8, 9, 10 guys, and everybody's competitive. And I think with their leadership and the energy and the edge that they bring to the team, it's carried on. We have, I think, by far maybe the greatest chemistry we've had, and I've been here 28 years. It's just they like each other, they play for each other. In practice they're all over each other, talking smack and chirping, but it just, it's a great feeling. They want to come to practice. I want to be there. Matt and Derek and Chad are there. It's a great feeling, and it's been the carrying. The chemistry is huge. And going forward, we got work to do. I think they set a goal in the beginning to get to the NCAAs, and we're gonna do any way we can to get there. So hopefully that'll come out.